Hey everyone, welcome to Pre-Market Prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joy Elconin, talking through the end of what has been a pretty quiet day on Wall Street, all things considered. Joel, we were just saying that this is going to go down as one of the quietest days, if not the quietest day in like, what, 6 weeks to 8 weeks?
I just mentioned the date, and the date, I think I said it was like February 19th, when we only had a 30-point range. So yeah. And then you mentioned as far as being up or down on a percentage basis. When's the last time we had this small of a move?
Well, so what are we up right now? We're up like 0.5%. Last time we
Yeah.
had a move this small was February 26th. We were down
Whew.
0.38% on that day. So
Yeah. Well, what do you got going on? You got you just have the monster buyer in the 2750 area. These are your lows from the last 3 days. You know how I get excited about double bottoms and triple bottoms. Well, you got a triple low here. We're just going to call it 2750. Tuesday's low, 2752.50. Yesterday's low, 41 and a quarter. Last night, the low was 46, but we could do no better than 54.75 today. So there it is, man. There's your line in the sand. I'm not going to say a word bearish about this market until we breach 2750. And they better not do it overnight. That's all I have to say. Well, I mean, I could be in overnight on it, maybe with some futures or some puts, but that's the line in the sand. The bulls, I don't know if it's Mnuchin. I don't know if it's a bunch of hedge funds. I don't know if it's a combination, but man, that's just an area where, I mean, you've not that I've done it, but could have made so much money over the last 3 days just buying that area and selling 65 or 75, but or buying 60 and selling 80. You must have been able to do it 100 times today. But if you're a range trader, I mean, there you go. Quiet consolidation. Looks like we're gonna close up on the day. Much is probably predicated on how those imbalances are. But yeah, there we are. Up on the day, tight range. We have El Presidente speaking at 6 o'clock tonight. So usually when he speaks at the beginning, we rally. So I think some people are anticipating some good comments there, and then who knows what happens afterwards.
I don't even know because we know they're going to talk about the plan to reopen the economy and how they're going to do that. I just saw a headline come by from Dow Jones that the guidelines they're going to outline tonight are going to put the onus on states to reopen their individual
Isn't that the way
economies.
it is now?
Sure, but my point in saying that is like I could know exactly what they're going to say
Eh,
and still not have any clue how the market will react.
Well, you know
So,
why he's saying that? Because there's governors of the states are not going to listen to him. So now he's backing
yeah.
off his stance and saying that. I mean,
Look,
Michigan's, yeah. I
we'll
mean,
we'll find out we'll find out in a couple hours here what the plan is. The market wants to see a plan. We're going to get some sense of a plan, but even if I knew what it was, I wouldn't be able to trade it because I have no idea
you
how
need
the market will
universal
react.
testing. I mean, in
Sure,
order for you to open up your state, you need to test every person. I mean, if not, you're putting your state at risk. I mean, I'm no health expert, but I mean, how can you do that?
sure.
How can you open up the state unless you have I mean, they're talking about doing all these things, but you got to be able to test. So it will probably be a non-event as usual. We'll probably get some volatility off it.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is why would any of these Cuomo already said he's not opening to May 15th. I mean, why don't they just like cancel the news conference because the states are going to do what they want to do anyways?
Hey, I'm with you on that, Joel. I'm with you on
Okay.
that. So we talked about what a quiet day it's been for the major indices, but that doesn't mean it was quiet everywhere. I want to go to Verizon here. What
Yeah.
a spike at the open! We didn't get a chance to discuss this. The news kind of broke just at the end of the show this morning. But Verizon came in and bought a company called Blue Jeans, which I have used before. It is not that dissimilar to Zoom. What do they pay? They paid $500 million to buy, or I'm sorry, they paid less than that for a to buy this Blue Jeans company, and the stock spiked, almost got to $60, Joel, almost.
Verizon.
All right, I see 58.40. Fine.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Well, I have 58.40 on the 14th. I have a high of 58 today. Are you looking at something else? Did it do
Okay.
that in the pre-market?
Yeah, I see it at the pre-market this. I see it at 9:15. I see
Oh,
58.
yeah, man, that might. Oh, yeah, I see that. I see that. Well, this is what I don't know about this company. There's a little bit of a roof in here, and I really can't call it 50. The last 2 days highs are 58 and 58.01. 2 days ago, you snuck up to 58.40. So someone's working out of a piece here at $58. When you get them out of the way, then you can take a look at that 58.40. That's the post recovery high. This stock has already recouped more than 50% of its decline from the old time high. I mean, if you're buying stocks in the environment that we were in, why not one that pays a dividend and has some cash coming in? And it's not like people are going to stop their Verizon, right? If anything, people are going to increase their cell phone usage. They're going to be increasing their home internet usage. So Verizon's been the best in breed. AT&T has been lagging, but for you Verizon traders, I'd keep an eye on that $58 level. See if there's a pesky seller, get him out of there, and take out the 58.40. And
Plus, just what?
uh,
There's like a triopoly, right? There's, I don't know if that's the word, but Verizon, AT&T, and then Sprint, T-Mobile, that combo. There's really only three companies. We talk about barriers to entry. Not many barriers to entry or I'm sorry, a lot of barriers to entry for Zoom, but not many for Verizon.
yeah, Fred UP is commenting here. You're gonna pay your internet bill, right? You're gonna pay your cable. You're
Absolutely,
gonna eat.
that is the first bill that I am paying.
you you may not be going out to Bed Bath and Beyond and buying a pillow for $9, but you are, and those. I mean, that's it. Right? You're going to pay those bills. You want to talk about some stocks from the chat this morning, or do we
Yeah,
want?
well, yeah, I do. And let's do Bed Bath because we didn't get to that one this morning either. And they had earnings after the close yesterday, and they were good. Their earnings per share beat on the estimate 38 cents versus 21 cents. Their sales also beat 3.1 versus $3.07 billion. And they gave some. I'm sorry. They said their same-store sales were down 10% for the quarter, but comps on the digital channels are up 16%. Did they give any forward-looking statements? No, they did not give any guidance for the fiscal year. So just
I will give you two lunches. Number one, you don't look at a longer term chart, Spencer. You're not looking at a longer term chart.
no. Should I look at any chart
No,
or
no, you can look at a chart. Tell me
okay?
what if you can give me within a year, either way,
Hmm.
and when the stock made its all-time high, I will buy you lunch when we get out of the quarantine. And if you can come within $5 each way of the all-time high, I'll buy you another lunch.
A year, come within a year. I'm gonna say the all-time high is 2014.
Are you looking at a chart?
No, I know I'm not. You
Okay.
can see my screen. You see my
Okay.
screen.
Okay.
I've got a 5-day chart up there. Okay,
Okay. I
I
owe you
swear.
one lunch. Okay. Now,
Okay,
yeah. Now within
so
$5 each way, the all-time high.
I don't know, 65.
$80.84.
A house close. All right.
Yeah. Well, that was within, I was wrong, 80, 82. So they lowered expectations for the quarter. They beat those lowered expectations.
Hmm.
They got down to, I would say, they got down to 350 during the crisis here. They bounced to $6. No one wanted to be in ahead of it. A report. It closed at 444 yesterday, and it's up today. So it's a nice percentage gain of 18%. It's up 79 cents. But if you own this thing at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, or 80, I mean, what difference does it make? This, I don't like talking about, stocks or companies going out of business, but this may be one that's going out of business.
Hey, you may be right. Not much more to
Too
say
big.
about.
They're too big at stores. I mean, they're not selling any now. Would you want to be long this thing going into its Q1 print in 2020?
I can't say I would. No.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Enough with bus buy.
More tickers from the chat. We missed a lot this morning, so I wrote a few of them down. Somebody asked us if we could look at Blue Apron. I know they caught a bid a couple weeks ago. There it was.
I just want
I
to say,
guess.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I took my eye off the screen. We
Oh,
got,
balances just came out.
yeah, buying balances. I would say 538 million to buy. Just the way that we had that pop there. So we'll wait for someone to tweet it out and see what it was. But that's what it felt like. And as I got my buy stop executed on that.
Okay.
Anyways,
Blue Apron got a pop a couple weeks ago. Got a, I guess we want to call it a coronavirus pop, and I have not looked at it since. Whoa, gave those gains back.
reverse split candidate, or it was a reverse split issue. You know what?
Yep.
For a while back, even before this entire crisis, Lisa tried a couple of these services,
Yeah, us too.
and they were expensive and complicated. So I mean, they were, they weren't cheap. I mean, as opposed to going to a grocery store, they were kind of complicated and they weren't that good. So so we ditched them. So, and obviously the way this stock has performed since its IPO, no one's too interested in it either.
My only complaint, we tried this service as well as one other one, and we got coupons or whatever, so we didn't pay full price. My only complaint about it was I've never felt stupider trying to navigate a website than I did trying to navigate Blue Apron's website. I'm pretty young. I grew up around the internet, and I could not figure out this website for the life of me. So that's my complaint. Their website stinks more than the stock, but the stock ain't doing too hot either. So at least you can say there's consolidation, Joel, around the $11.
There you go. You're
Right?
reading
I
the
mean,
chart. Yeah. Several inside day. Is it an inside day today? Matching highs inside. I mean, it's been between 11 and 12. You had that little bump to 1247 on Tuesday, but it's basically been 11 to 12. So if you're a range trader, you can look at that one tomorrow.
we were also asked about Afria. They had earnings a couple days ago. Looks like it's given those gains back.
Oh, yeah. It did at 450 area. I remember talking about that before. That's just been just a sore thumb for that stock. Only got to 430 yesterday. Peeling back today. How low did it get here? Got to $1.95. We'll call it $2. I mean, if it comes into the $3 area, the lower threes, if you really feel like you have to own this thing, maybe you get a look at it at 3 and then lean on the lower the move at $1.95 if you feel like you need to own that stock. What was not a great performer before. I guess the marijuana consumption has increased here during the crisis, but I don't know how that translates to the bottom line for these companies.
Yeah, a lot of it just comes down to their ability to raise cash because a lot of them just spent.
You know what? There
spent
wasn't
out.
big of a buy imbalance. They're pretty mixed. They end up to be 200 mil to the buy side. You got 486 to sell an Exxon Mobil, 626 Chevron. I mean, they're pretty mixed. So that pop was just people going long into the speech tonight. That's what people are looking for, a positive speech. I mean, you're already getting the guidelines recommended. So this is the kind of, it's buying the news. We'll see how the market reacts when you get the actual speech, but they like what they're hearing so far.
All right, Joel, I am this close to hopping on the Roku train and just seeing where it takes me. I am this close.
Well, I go ahead, put a stop in or, get involved. I mean, it's had incredible run. It had the gap and go, hasn't looked back. If you're looking for like the recovery high and you want to target 141.71, that's $13 away. So if you want to risk $6 here and and try and get it, I'd get out there at 140 just to be case. You never know, you get another upgrade. But here's the thing where good news came out from the company. They bought the news and they haven't looked back.
Yeah, and it's just crazy how these runs can continue. I feel like it's just following Netflix's footsteps here. Netflix making new highs again today.
And it's
so
COVID stock, right? I mean, people
I
are,
guess.
it's cheaper than Netflix, right?
What is
I
Roku?
mean, yeah, is it? No, it's not cheaper than Netflix, but you buy the box the one time and you have it, right? Forever?
Yeah, right. But you still need to pay like a subscription to Netflix. Roku is just a
Right, right,
box.
right, right. It's
Yeah,
the way to
yeah,
connect. It's cheaper
right.
than cable.
Oh, for sure. Way cheaper than cable. Yeah.
Yep,
So,
yep.
yeah. I mean, how many people are gonna, cord cutting is already a trend. How many people are gonna decide that they can do without their cable now that we're heading into a recession? Money is
Uh,
tight.
oh, we're
I
not
mean,
heading into a recession, Spencer. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I meant to say a bull market. We're heading into a bull market. How many people are going to decide they're not going to need cable in this bull market that we've entered in the past couple of weeks? So I don't know.
Um, I have a new theory on the market.
What's that?
The higher the unemployment goes, the higher the market goes. So, like, if
Well,
we go to 50% unemployment,
yeah,
then the Dow will be at like 100,000. That's the higher the unemployment rate, the higher the market goes, and the
wasn't
more money the Fed will pump into it.
wasn't last week that screenshot that kind of went viral from Kramer's show that had
Yep, yep.
the whatever best day for the Dow and since the
Best
Great
week.
Depression, best week for the Dow since the Great Depression, and unemployment at or jobless claims at all time highs. So yeah, I don't know. I can't
Spinner
make sense
says the
of that.
easy move has already been made in Roku, but like, how many times have we said that on the show in
He's
a
probably
stock?
right. He's probably
Yeah, but
right,
we
but
always say that, and then the stock goes up. I've said that 100. I know Dennis says that all the time.
yeah,
Next time he
yeah,
says it, and then the stock's up $5 the next day, I say, well, you know, it was easy to someone, might not be easy to us, but yeah.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, what did Zoom? Did Zoom get hit on that news?
a little bit. I think it's held up okay today. It's only down about 0.5%. So
Hey, it made a new high for the move though. Or did it make a new? Yeah, went to
oh,
150.
that was in the pre-market. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. In the regular session, I got 154.80. On the
Oh,
date, my
okay.
daily chart says high 154 and a quarter.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you win.
Yep. But let's keep an eye on the close. But good point there, Spencer. Your close from yesterday was 150, 156. That's been the high of the close. We're closing red by $1. So if you're trading Roku tomorrow or Zoom tomorrow and you're looking for a key level, look for that close from yesterday. That's where people marked the big winners on the position. 150, 156. Plus, if you've been, you know, chewing on like the 140 or 145 calls or any of the calls his whole way up, that time premium will just get zapped tomorrow. So be aware of that as well.
And then just one more thing on Roku. I remember, so Matt Cole, for our listeners, is somebody who used to work at Benzinga. He was a sales guy. He doesn't anymore, but we still keep in touch. And I remember Matt and I talking about Roku. Um, what at what price? We were talking about Roku at when it broke out to like it broke out above 60 and it went to like 80 almost. It went to 77. And I remember looking at Roku at like 65, 70 and thinking, I missed it. I'm too late. I missed it.
Yeah, there
You
you
know?
go.
Yeah.
We got to schedule get cold on because
Yeah.
we mentioned them like a half a dozen times.
Yeah, I mean, ever since he moved, I think he's in Houston now. Yeah, we'll have to get in touch. He's been on the Inseego train for a couple of years, so he's probably pretty happy right now. But
Yeah, how's Seago doing today?
it made a new high the move and peeled off those highs a little bit today. But
That's not a good sign. Dennis would say that's a capitulation high there,
yeah,
where you go up, you make a new high. But keep an eye on $12 tomorrow, Spencer. I know you're long this, got a very low cost basis.
yeah.
Your close yesterday was 1190, your low 1201. The high from yesterday, 1213. So old resistance, new support here. I'm afraid if you lose $12, you could see 1052 in a
Well,
hurry. But
I think my trailing stops at like 1050 right now, so that's where I'm at. All right, we are closed, Joel. Let's see how we did today. S&P 500 closed up 0.57% for the day. Yeah, all things considered, pretty quiet day.
yeah, anybody that bit on those buying balances there maybe got stuffed a little bit. 200 million is not much at all. I know someone put in the chat here that TOS said 1.8 billion, but I will go with the tweet from Dennis and Jonathan Corpina. I'm not sure where trades where TOS gets their imbalance information, but our smallest range day since mid-February, perp, which is absolutely perfect. We know where our support is. We got the trio of lows at the 2750 area. And it looks, as we do right now, we're going to make our second close in 3 days over the 50% retracement. So overall, good day for the market. We'll see what happens overnight.
All right, we have a jam-packed show tomorrow. Our
You're kidding me.
first,
What's
yeah.
going
So
on?
so we've got Jason Raznick is joining us at 8:35, along with Ross Gerber from Gerber Kawasaki. They're going to talk. We're going to get Ross's overall market thoughts, and then we're going to talk a little bit of Tesla. Ross is a noted Tesla bull, and then at 9 we'll be joined by Iyad Asbahi. He is with Prescience Point Capital, and he's got a short on, and we're going to talk about his short. It's MIDD. We're going to talk about that. I believe I hope I got the ticker right there. I think I did. MIDD. Yeah, I got that right. Okay. So we'll talk Tesla and overall market with Ross Gerber and Jason Raznick at 8:35, and then at 9 we'll talk MIDD with Iyad Asbahi. So that'll be on tomorrow's show. Big show planned. Please remember, all the information from this broadcast meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. Everyone have a great rest of your day, and be safe wherever you are.